In this tutorial, I'll show you how to import new brushes and brush sets like these into Procreate using only your iPad. In order to follow this tutorial, make sure you're running at least version 13 of iOS on your iPad, because this is the version of the operating system that allows you to download directly to the Files app from Safari, like you would on a desktop computer or a laptop. In order to check that, you can just look in the Settings app. So we'll go to Settings, click on About, and then you'll see your software version here at the very top of the page. To complete this tutorial, we're going to follow 3 simple steps. First, we'll download the brushes onto the iPad. Second, we'll unzip the download file, if it's a zipped file. And finally, we'll import the brushes into Procreate. The first step is to download the brushes. Right now, I'm in Safari on my iPad, on the page with the download link for the brushes I'd like to import into Procreate. In this case, I'm using Dropbox, but for you this will be whatever site has the link to the file you want to download. I'm going to click the link here to start the download. Then accept the download of the files. As you can see, you can click here at the top of the screen to see the download progress, just like on Safari on a Mac if you use a Mac. I've chosen a large file to download here, so I'll go ahead and skip to the end when the download's complete. Once the download's complete, you can click on the magnifying glass to jump right to the location of the download file in the Files app on your iPad. The file I've downloaded here is a zip file, which will probably be the case most of the time when you download new brushes. But if your file is a brush file, which you'll know from the .brush extension you can see here on this file, then you can go ahead and skip to step 3. In this case, we downloaded a zip file, which is the container for the brush files that we want to import into Procreate, along with possibly other files. So to unzip this file, all we need to do is tap on the file icon, and you'll see the file begin to unpack. Once the file is completely unzipped, as we can see here, we can move on to step 3, importing the brushes into Procreate. Now that we've unzipped the file that we've downloaded into our Files app, all we need to do is navigate to the folder that contains the brushes or brush sets. In this case, I'm going to go to my Marble Procreate Brushes folder here, and you can see the brush sets all contained within this folder. The way that you can tell that these are brush set files is that they have the brush set extension, as you can see here, on each of the files in this folder. In order to import a brush set file into Procreate, we're going to first select the file by tapping at the top right here. Then select the file we want to import. Next, we're going to select Share from the bottom left of the screen. And from this Share window, we're going to select Open in Procreate. Procreate will then launch, and if you tap on the brushes icon in the top right of the screen, you can see at the very top here the TG30 Marble 1 brush set that we just imported. If I tap on the icon, you'll see all the new brushes in this folder. To install an individual brush that you've downloaded, which you can identify with the .brush icon as you can see here, all you need to do is tap on the brush, and it should automatically launch Procreate. Once you're in Procreate, if you tap on the brushes icon at the top right of the page, you should see the new brush in Procreate in your brush library within the imported folder. And that's it. You can now use your brushes or brush sets to create your own Procreate masterpieces.